Hope you had a good day. It's coming up on 6:45 on this Tuesday. It looks like the high temperature at the airport is going to end up being 68 degrees, so a decent forecast. I said 71. I thought we'd get a little more sunshine than we got. We had a little bit. I thought we'd get a little bit more, but certainly a nice warm up over Monday's high of only 60 degrees. Okay, let's talk about thunderstorms, shall we? And I want to begin early this morning. This is courtesy of KGW TV, their radar display, which is nice and clear, and you can see the lightning icons. This was 6:45 this morning. This thunderstorm cluster formed just north of Eugene and then actually held together and produced thunder in Waldport, Newport. I know they had some rain. I'm not sure if they had thunderstorm or lightning strikes up around Depot Bay or not. That cluster was on the radar for quite a bit. And then actually it pushed out to sea and it continued to produce lightning for hours during the morning hours out to sea. This cluster literally formed on top of McMinnville and then quickly weakened over the coast range, produced some rain south of Tillamook in the county, and then pretty much completely ended. Even the weakening rain ended once it pushed out into the Pacific. So this was the first kind of cluster activity of lightning in this ongoing threat of stormy weather that's still in the forecast through the day Thursday. So I wanted to set the table for you. If you didn't realize, we did have some action this morning. Okay, I promise I'm going to get right back to thunderstorms, but I do like to throw in some climate almanac information every now and then. So, of course, April wrapped up over the weekend on Sunday. Remember the warm weather we had last week. On Friday, it was 88 degrees. We had just enough warm weather that actually bumped the averages up a little bit. So the average high at PDX for the month was 59.5 degrees. That was 2.5 degrees below normal, but at one point we were running a good 4 degrees below normal. The average low, now think about it, this was because we had a lot of clouds, we had a lot of mornings of rain, so we didn't have a lot of clear nights. That kept the overnight lows warmer, almost 44 degrees. That was actually just a tad above the 30-year average. The mean temperature, 51.7, was just a degree or so below normal. Rainfall, 5.08 inches was the total we ended up with, more than 2 inches above normal, and good enough for the fourth wettest April on record. Remember, a year ago, number one, April of 2022, 5.73 inches. This time around, we had over 5 inches, something we don't do very often in April. Is good enough for fourth place. And if you're wondering, oh yeah, 22 of the 30 days were cloudy. Okay. A lot of you watch this YouTube channel from the mid to South Valley, and I appreciate that very much, believe me. Here's a look at your Salem climate report for April. The average high, 58 degrees, 3 degrees colder than normal. The average low, like Portland, was in the low 40s, just a tad bit above normal. The mean temperature, pretty similar to Portland, was 49.9. It was about a degree and a half below normal. Rainfall, again, over 5 inches, more than 2 inches above normal, and 21 overcast days. All right. None of those numbers made any list, not the top five, this, that, except for the rainfall figures. And I showed you that, again, Portland was number 4 all time, wettest Aprils. Okay, what is going on? Well, there's our friend, the low pressure center that 24 hours ago was just dropping south nearing the California border. Now it's spent the day off the coast of San Francisco. They've had rain, some mountain snow down in California. You can see the X's on this, and you find this information on my weather site, portlandweather.com. And this is lightning information, which is really handy to look at before you run out the door. So anyway, a little bit of lightning in California, but the main band of lightning is this outer flow pattern. Look at all this that's caught up in the outer periphery of the low. These are storms that have been migrating northward, spilling into Idaho. And earlier this morning, we're here in Oregon. But look at all the lightning activity. We're getting cloudiness off of this fetch flow, but basically it turned out to be dry in our area once we got through the morning thunderstorm clusters. And if the computer modeling is correct, we're pretty dry tonight, and we're pretty dry during much of the day tomorrow. I can't promise you the forecast modeling is accurate. There's certainly reason to believe that we could see a shower tonight. We could see a spotty thunderstorm tonight. Could see a spotty thunderstorm in the morning, for that matter, okay? So, just the rain chance is not zero out there. This is the upper flow pattern Thursday morning. So I just showed you that low over San Francisco. Thursday morning, the low is pushing inland into Southern California, and this looks to be the most active time frame for us to have some thunderstorms, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But again, the circulation counterclockwise coming around the low, rotating storms over Nevada, and it looks like Thursday morning right into our area. Up in here, by the way, is the cold trough that will come in over the weekend and push the Sunday front into our area, keeping temperatures cool and bringing some more rain with it. Okay, let's talk about lightning threats. This is KGW Futurecast, courtesy KGW TV, obviously. So if the models are right, we don't see much action tonight. We're pretty quiet until late afternoon tomorrow. Again, don't be shocked if there's a storm out there tomorrow morning. But the modeling has been pretty consistent that around 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we'll see thunderstorms fire up along the Cascades, which this is the bright colors that you're looking at. So this has them blowing up around Mount Jefferson, moving up over Mount Hood, and then that cluster basically going pretty much due north. This is Wednesday, 8 p.m. The same cluster is now firing up over Mount St. Helens and actually around Mount Adams. So if that's true, we wouldn't get anything out of that. But to be honest with you, it's hard for me to believe that this movement is going to be just due north and that none of this is going to bounce off into the valley. So I think we have a decent chance of getting some thunderstorms in the valley tomorrow evening. All right, one more. Again, courtesy of KGW TV. This is the money map, if you will. This is Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Not only showing thunderstorms, but taking the storms off the Cascades and moving them right across the heart of the Portland area with fairly widespread rain and some lightning areas as well. So we'll see if that timing works out. Again, thunderstorms over the Cascades tomorrow, late afternoon, evening. Maybe some of that bounces into the valley. And then Wednesday overnight into Thursday morning action. This could be a fairly rainy morning Thursday. Now, keep in mind, if we have storms that blow up over the Cascades Wednesday overnight, and we have some early lightning strikes, and then more rain feeds in, that would actually tend to stabilize the atmosphere. We'd get rain, but it would really dampen the threat of lightning here in the valley. I mean, for us to get lightning, it's really finicky. You've got to have fresh instability, and rain dampens things. So we'll see how all that works out. I do believe this time around, the main threat is simply going to be heavy downpours that could produce some rapid flooding, in low-lying spots of streets and that type of thing, and then lightning. I don't think there's any hail, and I don't think there's much wind, but that's what we're looking at with this. I think I've got rain. Yeah, this is the rain map for Thursday. This is interesting. Because see the blue line right here? That's the fetch from those heavy showers and thunderstorms. And look at this fetch. It shows 83 100ths over Mount Hood of liquid rain. It shows a half of an inch or more through Portland, up through Kelso Longview, and an inch off of the coast of Washington. So we'll see if that turns out to be true. Again, the totals, 5 100ths to nothing to basically an inch. That's that fetch of heavy activity Wednesday overnight, Thursday morning. All right, here's that new trough on Sunday. There's some question about the timing. 24 hours ago, the models were showing the cold front coming in Sunday morning. Now some of their modeling is showing, well, maybe the front doesn't come in until the overnight. That would impact the rain forecast. So is it going to be rainy when you get up Sunday morning, or will there be some dry time and then rain picks up later in the day? That seems to be uncertain at this point. But that's chilly weather. That's a high temperature, likely only in the 50s. And this is the updated rain map for Sunday. This is fairly widespread, but not the downpour rates that you would get with thunderstorms, right? So this is a 24-hour rain map, basically showing most of the area from the coast to the valley having a chance to get about a half of an inch of rain, 2/10 to around 3/10 of an inch of rain. So we'll see if that works out. And with all that said, here's my 7-day forecast. Ongoing chance of a shower or spotty storm. With that said, maybe we're pretty quiet tonight. Maybe we're pretty quiet tomorrow until later in the afternoon. And then we'll see those big cumulus clouds building over the Cascades. So late tomorrow afternoon, just face the east and look and see if you notice some building storms. And if you do, then maybe some of those storms will be migrating into the valley. And then ongoing threat of some storms or rain Wednesday overnight through at least noon Thursday and maybe into the afternoon hours. By Friday, the storm threat is over. There's actually a weak front that comes through. It'll bring us a few showers. It doesn't look like much total rain, I think less than 1/10 of an inch. And then this is a change in the forecast. Saturday, I have a shower chance, but Saturday might end up being a partly cloudy day that's really pretty dry. Not overly warm. I mean, the high is only around 60. And then Sunday, again, an increasing rain chance, but when does it begin? There's some question on that. And then Monday showers. Some of the modeling actually dries us out on Monday. I think right now the best call is sun and scattered showers, still cool. And then we go dry and a nice day Tuesday and perhaps a really nice day on Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday of next week pops back up to 70 with dry conditions. All right. That is your update. Keep an eye to the sky, as they say. Thank you for subscribing to my weather site. Tell some friends about it if you enjoy these videos, and I will talk to you soon.